Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate state store component in Dapr. This is pretty simple and straightforward. The state store component enables application to store the data in key value pairs. You can go ahead and select the state store of your choice. The list of supported state store component is available in this documentation, supported state store documentation. You have a lot of generic state store like MongoDB, MySQL, Postgre, Redis, and couple of stuff. If you are a great fan of Microsoft Azure like me, you can go ahead and use blob storage, Cosmos DB, SQL Server, table storage as your state store, right? So for our demo, I'm going to pick the Azure table storage as my state store, so that I can go ahead and collect some information from my web application or in my REST API and store the data in the table storage. How am I going to achieve it? Pretty simple. I don't want to use an SDK. I don't need to use any table API or REST APIs to establish the connection to the table and store the data or to read the data. Instead, I'll be using a state store component from Dapr. All I need to do is I need to name the metadata here, and I need to build a route in the same name. Then it understands there is a component which is looking out with this specification, so that it will enables the state store to the table storage and then store the data. How it will establish the connection? Over here, I'll be giving the account name, account key, and the table name values. So system knows that I need to store the data in the table storage through the state store API. Okay, enough of theory. Let me show you how it works. All right. So I have got an application here. So as I said that I have given the state store YAML, where I've given a route name called send to table. And this is my state.azure.table storage specification. I've got a storage account name, account key, and the table name values. So if I open up my Azure portal, I have a storage account name, and this is my table name, right? So just to make sure there is no confusion, I will go ahead and delete these entries. Okay, that's good. Now that I'm coming back to my application. So first I've got a route here. I'm using PS.html as my view engine in my pod application. So it just simply says there is a views folder, and inside the views folder there is index.ps1, which is nothing but my landing page. This is built using a PS.html module. This will render an application, HTML application that allows users to key in some information. Okay, so this is just a mock order processing system. Now let me show you how this works now. Okay, so I'm using a Dapr CLI, wherein I'm using Dapr run, and log level I've enabled to debug so that I can get some detailed information about what's running over there and what's happening in my application. The application ID is footed, app port is 3000 because my application is listening in the port 3000, and I've given the Dapr HTTP port as 3500, gRPC port 6002. I have to give my components path. My components path is over here. Components, underneath components I've got state store.yaml. That's it. Now I need to call pwsh PowerShell core after that and call the app.ps1 file. When this file is invoked, it will first go ahead and start over the landing page. If I do localhost 3000, I can access the landing page. Then I fill in some information in the web application and say that this is my card number, my first name, full name, or whatever it is. And when I submit enter, what happens is it will invoke send to table. So send to table is a route which will invoke the state store API through the port 3500, and it will connect to send to table route. Okay, so this send to table is nothing but my metadata name here, right? So if I change here, I need to change over here as well. So I'm just calling this send to table endpoint and say that, hey, please go ahead and push this data and store it in the table storage. So what is the data I'm collecting? I'm collecting the full name, total amount of the order, and the card number. That's the information I'm collecting from the form. So for that, I'm using the $web event from the port. It's a web event is an object which will allow me to get the form information through the data property, and full name, total amount, and card underscore number. All these are identity of that particular fields in the HTML form. So if I'm in index.ps1 and get on to the form action, it will hit send to table, right? And it has got multi-form data encryption type, encoding type. And you see here there is a total amount, full name, form control. So I'm using a post method here, right? And what happens here is I can't go ahead and send the span values. So I have created one input hidden text field so that I can collect the total amount information. I've got some JavaScript over here which will just allow me to add, remove, and make the calculation for the amount. In the description, I have given from where I have taken the sample code. That is in HTML, but I am using PSHTML, so I converted it to PSHTML. That's the only difference. And in that example, that particular author has used two card systems, but I've enabled only one just for the demonstration purpose. And let me see how this works now. Let's get on to the action. So now I'm going to start over this application and wait to see that localhost 3000, that application is up and running. I can see the information here, but still I have not seen the application is up and running here. I can see, yeah, now it's in localhost 3000. So let me come back here and refresh this page. Okay, now I have got some kind of an order processing system. This is just an illustration. I'm just mocking it up. So you can see there is a food menu here. So I can just go ahead and choose whatever I want from the menu. I've got only one though, for an example. Say for example, I'm just going to click on plus icon here. So that's give me a value, $5. That's good. And if I just go ahead and say that I need one more portion of food, I can choose that. Okay. So 5 plus another 5, $10. The shipping amount is going to be 2. So total amount is $12, including VAT, just for a mocking. So now I decided I need one more. So I've got to pay $17. So that's my full name. So I've generated some GUID here. That's my card number, just for demonstration purpose. And it will also give me the expected delivery date and time. It's nothing but just another card example. And I'm filling up with some get date commandlet over there. So whenever I go and pull up this information and send to this particular route, it's going to store the data collected. So let me show you how that works here. Let me be bit active, select the active window here. Okay, that's good. So I've got all the information here. Just click on order. Now what happens, this is going to take some time here, like fraction of seconds, and say there is an order value here. So it has OD. It generates a unique string here, random number, and then a milliseconds. It gives me the information that this is the form filled values. Come back over here, choose your table storage and refresh it. You should be seeing that value here. That's good. Let me go to edit. You can see the value is OD73240, OD73240, and the value of this is full name, amount is 17, and some GUID number. So that's what exactly I see here. So let me go back to the new window and see. That's the GUID number 2736. So that's pretty simple, that I can just use the Dapr component like this and store the data in, I can do the state store management pretty easy in any of the Azure state store components, supported components, be it like blob storage, Cosmos DB, SQL Server, or Azure table storage. Thanks for watching my video. In my next Dapr video series, I'll be presenting a little bit more about the pub and sub model. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching my video.